a barra. 20s everywhere. We eat tonight.
Yeah, mate. That was exciting. Well, she is a good boat. Very happy with it.
These are room-based. Hang on.
Yeah, that's it. Tide's rushing out, guys, so we've got to make haste here. Can you drop that rope for us, please, Will? Give us a hand here. Jim, we'll just try and get a bit of water under her.
This is it. Unbelievable. Boys,
Oh, have a look at this. What have we got here?
you gotta be Bluey.
You got to be Paul.
How are you, mate?
Nice look, Paul. I'm sure the fish will appreciate
Oh,
it.
thank you very much. It has taken a lot of convincing to get me to come here from Sydney. So, Blue, where's reception? We'll check in.
Up
You got
here.
room service?
It's the receptionist that worries me, though, mate.
I don't believe this. They're not, they're sharks? You're kidding me. You know where I live, Bluey, people keep pet goldfish. He's got his own sharks. Maybe I should have a beer. I didn't know there was sharks.
Well, actually, mate, we got champagne for you. All new arrivals get champagne.
That's it. That's the last flight back to Sydney. I'm glad I'm not on it though.
Well, we are right at the absolute top of Western Australia. This is what is generally termed as the far north Kimberley. What's the go then, Blue? Are we going after Queenies tomorrow or what? Well, tomorrow the tide is looking very good for some Queenies and GTs. Slip out to Crystal Head, a heap of jigs, poppers, bloopers, flies.
Anytime you guys feel like talking English, just go for it. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't have to be talking this double Dutch. You just talk English.
Most and the average fishing line has between 25 and 35% elongation. This stuff has zero.
Doesn't stretch.
So when a fish bites it, you feel it straight away.
Yeah.
Whereas this absorbs a lot of the
Oh, I see.
the transmitting power of this stuff
Yeah.
from the fish end to this end is instantaneous. Get yourself rigged up.
Black Prevail.
Make special tools for this gig.
Yeah, I've never...
Fight like demons and love jigs.
That's as it's all catch.
Totally exhausted.
So what's for dinner anyway?
Well, dinner, that's a good question. Where we're going this afternoon, out here to Crystal Head, I'd hope to get a Queenie or two. We can knock up into a legendary 1-3 Beach Queenie curry. So that's for dinner.
Yeah?
And you have to catch the Queenie.
I gotta catch it. We got the wine on ice.
So here's one of these Tilsons. Do you suggest you put a number 2 on the front and a 4 on the back?
A VMC on a Tilson. What's that?
The VMCs are a brand of hook,
Alright.
and the hook that a lot of lures come with aren't really suited for this sort of work.
Yeah.
And this is a Tilson lure they're made in Victoria and by a bloke called Tilmark Miller. And they're U-Butte lures. Last time I came up here I had 3 of these red-headed ones. I lost them all in about an hour. They got attacked by a large fish and stolen from me. So I thought I'd bring some more up and see how they go.
We'll test you on all of this afternoon, Paul.
Written exam, is it? At the end of the day? Before I get fed?
Oh, you want food too?
I thought that's not pretty. I'm glad we're on the beach training and not out in the middle of it with something serious on the end of the line.
It's all part of the learning process, mate.
I found the other reel easier. This is
Yeah, no, this is very common with people that are beginning, and you've got to maintain confidence enough to continue to practice, because you will get past this level. Everyone does this. Not quite as ugly as this, but
No,
I have seen
no.
worse. They're only really bad. You only get yelled at when we have to get a knife
oh, I see.
to undo it. But it's what's known in the business as a backlash or a bird's nest.
Yeah.
This really isn't a big bird's nest, so I'll let you off on this one.
Okay.
So start there, one motion, and it's only practice.
Okay. Fingers crossed. Oh. Shut up. Cut. Cut. Go and look at something else. I will beat this. I will beat this.
I'll show you what you did wrong. See that?
Yes.
Now this is
Oh, that's nice.
this is ugly, but what happened there was it's timing and it's smoothness. You're just not smooth enough with your delivery. Let me undo this.
Martel special.
The very worst thing about this is that you do it often enough through the learning process, you damage the line. You then start getting your act together, you make a nice cast, you
Yeah.
get a bite, the line breaks. So we'll
I see.
continue to practice with this for a bit longer, and we'll put a new shot of line on before we go. Just keep going, mate, that's all you can do. Persevere with it, you've got the style. Your golfing certainly helps you. Just got to keep going. And when you're ready, we'll take you to where all the fish are.
Okay, well I'll do that, and you can go and watch Bluey cast his net.
Live bait's definitely the best, but a fresh dead bait, because he's as good as dead now, but a fresh dead bait is nearly as good as a live bait. And sometimes even better, because a live bait can swim off and take you around a snag or a stick, and then you snag. But a dead bait, you can toss him in, he's just going to float down like that, and barrel will see him and bang, straight away. Great bait.
Yeah, so the species we're most likely to encounter out here, as we've discussed, is queenfish, giant trevally, Spanish mackerel, cobia, all of which are pelagic species.
Pelagic. Another one of your words. What's up, man?
It's Bluey's job
To find it.
to find it. Bluey,
Like-
find the fish.
I accept the mission,
I accept the mission, sir.
and me thinks it's going to happen as we go past these rocks up here.
Come on, fish.
So that spot didn't work, Bluey. What's your next trick?
This spot just here, mate.
And failing that, he'll do the fish dance.
The fish dance is quite possibly going to be an option we'll have to call on.
I've been reading about his fish dance in Fishing World magazine, like, you know, the one that you gave me and told me to read,
Yeah.
study my homework.
Well, I sent them in the naked version, but they didn't print it.
So there's two versions?
Oh, yeah.
Naked and...
Yeah, when things get really
Really
bad,
go.
we go naked.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it's got to be really bad before you and I want to be in the boat with him dancing naked.
I'm very impressed with what he's wearing now. All the
Thank you
gear.
very much, yeah.
Very excited about that. Your truck break down on the way here? When you say the current line, do you mean two bodies of water like meeting?
Yeah, like just in front of us here, there's two bodies of water meeting. You can see a change in water attitude up here. There's a clear line and a murky line. That's where two currents meet. And that, I hope, is where you are going to get hooked up to your first big GT.
Current line's like a feature. It's like a rock sticking out from the shoreline, or a snag in a river. It's another feature that can hold fish. Fish are very rarely anywhere for no reason. There's got to be a reason to keep the fish going there. And it's a food source. That's what it all is.
Do they swim with the currents?
They swim with the currents because the bait that they're trying to eat, which is a lot smaller and a lot less powerful, uses the currents to move in and out of the Gulf. They cannot swim against some of these Kimberley tides. So because the bait fish is moving in and out with the currents. That's what the predators, the pelagic fish are trying to catch, are going to do. So, and there's no reason for a fish to expel more energy than it's actually going to get by feed it hopes to find in the areas. They know there's some bait there now. Yeah, there's a bite right on the current line. As soon as we got here, see that? What was that? A mullet or a gari?
Oh, I didn't get a good look at it.
I got a.
See the feature there? See the drift? It's just like seeing a log and saying. What's the depth, Blue?
17 feet.
Because I had a couple of bumps there. I don't know whether that was the bottom or.
I'd be very surprised. Is there any bombies there?
There's a few bombies, but not much. This current line we're getting is kicking up, not on Crystal Head here, but on something that just comes out here.
Yeah, and it's, see the way it changes right through there?
Yeah. You know, years ago, I used to drive into the city, took me 2 hours through traffic, go to the same building, go to the same office for 6 years. And then at the end of it, I'd get in the car and drive through the traffic and go home at 5 o'clock. I was insane. I didn't have a job.
Well, this is our office. This is our neighbourhood. And I really don't mind going to work every day, do you, Blue?
No, suits me just fine.
Can't hear a phone ringing anywhere.
The only phone we'll hear is the sound of the reel when it starts to squeal. And that has happened here before, hasn't it, Blue?
Yes, we have caught fish here before.
What about 1964?
1964.
Some of the best fishing I've ever had in my life's been in this area right here.
You'd have been about 3, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Good game, this, isn't it?
It's fishing.
I reckon in about 30 feet.
This is Crystal Head proper, and way down the bottom there is Crystal Creek. Not a bad little spot.
There's birds swimming, flying around up there. Is that a sign that they're feeding or what?
Not those birds.
Yeah, good one, good.
Are they good eating fish? Queen?
Yeah.
That's a kill there, mate, big white.
I'll tell you one thing. Tim Harnwell's kicking our butts at the moment.
Absolutely kicking us. Jimmy!
They're good fish, aren't they, Queenie?
They're great sport fish.
Here he is, coming up. Just see if I can grab him by the tail.
You got him, mate? Yep. Good stuff.
That's a nice fish, mate. Well done.
You might have started early, Jim, but we are going to power home. We are.
Queenies everywhere. I'm on.
Queenies everywhere. That's it. Just don't lift the rod too high. If we were to turn the boat around, you want to try and watch your weight. There he is. No, well, don't want any more, mate.
Well, well. It's a little one.
Come on.
Go, Bluey. What do we got?
We got a queen.
A queen fish.
A little baby.
A
one.
little baby.
We won't muck around too much on with him. Well, there's plenty of fish here. Bluey's got one. Look at him. What I'd like you to do is grab your jig rod.
Yeah.
While I'm just put that rod down.
Okay.
And go up. Here I'll just think.
This might be GT.
That's all right. Get the other rod. There's another one happening. Congratulations. I'm going to just make 100% on here. You know the score? Yeah. What are you doing, Blue? Got him on?
Yeah, I got him on.
Yeah, stuff him. That's the way. Let it sink. That's it, let it sink. GT, Blue?
No, Queenie.
Foul hook.
Nothing so flash about him either. He's
Foul hook.
foul hooked.
Geez, the way you're carrying on, I thought you had the Moby Dick on.
Me too, mate.
Hey? Oh, is that how you catch them, Blue? Bring around this side, get the weight. Put the camera on. Now you got to throw that out as far as you can. There's fish here everywhere. Yep, yeah, go, Paul. Let him go, let him go.
I'll handle this one, Dino. There's a heap around this one too.
That's it. You have to run up around the front. No, you're not going to be able to do that. Listen to that thing.
I've been waiting for this.
Hey?
Oh my.
Good. And you know what? You put that lure out there yourself. Look at him. And he got the bite. That's pretty cool. Hurry up and wind him in so I can have a go. Don't you love this? This is what it's all about, Paul. Having a good time. That's it. Not too high. You might have to follow him around with him. Don't want him under the boat. It's called you. You're a dancer, aren't you? No. I thought you danced. Oh, well, you better start dancing now. And the better you get at it, the more stuff we leave lying around for you to deal with.
Oh, there's fish behind it.
There we go. Just take another crank.
Hey!
You get him. Well, I hate to tell you this, but that's a nice first fish.
He's just taking the. Nice to meet you.
But it's a very small one.
Yeah, I know, but it's my first one.
Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Oh,
Thanks,
Hey, look at that.
yeah, we saw that.
What, you just snapped that just now? But he's nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you. See you later.
Well,
Hurts him there. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm bruised. Oh, God, look at this. I'm just so soft. Oh,
you really are a city slicker,
well,
aren't you?
shut up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Little Queenie. Just got a little bit more fight left in it. Don't want him any further than that to the boat. 6 feet from the fish to the rod tip. Yeah, Queenie. Here's another Queenie. Just a... Oh, better than the one you got before.
Hey, well done, mate.
Okay, see that? Just steep head Queenie. Beautiful. Give him a little. That's it.
That's it. You got him. You're off.
GT, go! GT. Yeah, there's another one there.
The GT.
Get around the front, under the outboard.
You're going to be busy for the next 10 minutes.
That's a big fish. Big fish. We might clear the next here, right? We'll just catch this one. We might want to get away from this rock. Watch the outboard motor. Watch the line doesn't ever hit the boat. Way to go. Now, under, get up the end. That's it. Okay,
You're not going to be able to do much more than what you're doing.
Just run up the brick. Feed him. He's going to be right in that rock there.
Yeah, that's all we can do there.
Why don't we just head out that way? Try and lead him. Don't wind against the drag. Get ready to come through. You've got to try and keep as little of the boat. You touching the boat there. Coming back, back, quick, don't let the line hit the boat. He's good. Mate, you've got to help yourself here. 20. There ain't much we can do to help you here, except to give you some encouragement. Go Paul.
Hey Paul, do you reckon the Eagles are going to win on Saturday?
2 points, mate. Sydney Swans kill them. You're doing a good job. You keep that pressure on him. He didn't like that. We're soft. Keep it smooth. Try not to twist. If you can't wind the reel, you can't wind the reel. Right. Just slowly pump. Smooth. That's it. Now wind slow. Down. That's the way. Try not to stand. Hey.
Here he comes.
Hello, baby. You might get a bite out of the other one that's hanging with him. They quite often come up in pairs. Just a bit more, keep smooth. What's my mobile phone ringing? Watch the line. Watch the line. That's it. That's the gig. Might work when you're going to be doing this. This isn't light work, is it? We've got you. One more turn, crank the line. Come on. One more circle around this way, leading this way.
That's him, beautifully done.
Don't want him so close. Okay. Oh, you got gloves on. Is he a bad mother? He's got some really sharp flukes there. Well, 10 pounds. Pleasure to meet you. Just give us a bit of slack. See how we can't do anything because we're connected. Yeah. He's a nice one, mate. Oops, he's off.
The other one's on.
Okay, wind fast. Off and on, Queenie. Oh. So often instantly turned into a clean fish. This water here, will it go drain? Yep.
We're rolling, we've seen it live. Never before on Australian television. Hand feeding the sharks. I've never actually touched a shark before. However, I have worked for the Insolvency Practitioners Association of Australia. That's as close as I've got, and it's as close as I want to get.
Well, I've been into fishing all my life, so I suppose my father got me into fishing, but I got into this business, being a fishing guide, because I guess I just wanted to do something in the wilderness, and being a fishing guide was a good idea. And I really don't know, to tell you the truth, why I got into being a fishing guide, but here I am out here in the North Kimberley doing just that. Well, that's right. When we got married, we went on a 2-year honeymoon, which was really a 2-year fishing trip for me, and my wife stuck it out. We went all around Australia fishing, and eventually when we got back, she said to me, I don't care how much fishing you do or where you go fishing, just don't ask me to come with you.
are we up to this time?
We're going to turn this GT and this queen into 20 of the most succulent bits of tucker in this whole Gulf. Mud crab. You like muddies?
Do.
Yeah, you like them?
Love them. Love them. Love them. Don't want to touch them though.
A little bit, that's your job.
Want to get them out of the pots?
Yeah.
I thought Blue was doing it.
Oh, no, not me.
No?
That's what you're here for.
You just drive us here.
You pull them in, I'll get them out. And everyone I get out, I eat. This just has to stay on pretty
Yeah.
firmly because,
How long will this take? Is this like an overnight job?
oh no, we'll knock this off. All going well in the crab department
Yeah.
in half an hour.
I don't think it should take that long to get 20 mud crabs out of this creek.
The biggest problem we got here is, and the reason we don't leave pots in the water for too long is the flat dogs have a tendency to take it liking.
What a flat dog.
Flat dogs? I think we'll just show you one and then you'll know. Flat dog's crocodile.
Oh, great. Yes.
There is crocodiles everywhere.
Everywhere here.
And they do give us some problems. But that's your other job. You grab the crabs and you fend off the crocs.
Yeah, another stick.
Me and Blue will catch underneath the crabs.
Double on.
Right, just there. Just drop in. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, they take a bit to sink down. You got to realise that with all these bushes, there's branches and sticks coming out, so you've got to allow for that fact.
So it's pretty guaranteed we're having crab for dinner?
Absolute guarantee, mate. I'll give you a lifetime guarantee on that one.
All right. How long have we got to wait for those pots before the muddies get in there?
Well, the traditional thing with mud crabbing for me has been to set the pots and drink one beer, which we're doing now, and then go and pull them up,
Yeah.
put them back in, drink one more beer,
Yeah.
pull them up, and we've usually got enough then to go home and have a big feed of mud crabs.
Hey, he's still eating there. Look at him.
Go again? Yep.
Today, Bluey?
Yes, mate.
Look at these magnificent.
Now, see that? There is a paddle pop
Look
from
at
heaven.
this. Do you believe this? This busy sucking.
Thanks, Paul.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Uncle Bluey. God almighty.
So you had a bit of fun on your first crabbing trip, mate?
First crabbing trip. First fish caught today. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
There you go today.
Yeah. And there's more tomorrow, Blue.
Absolutely.
Going to try some fly fishing tomorrow. Bluey, you got a spot?
What are you doing?
Just finishing off a masterpiece, a saltwater fly.
Fly.
Well, it's a bait fish profile, but it's going to be delivered to a fish here in the Gulf on a fly rod.
But fly fishing's river and trout and all that stuff, right?
Well, yeah, it is, but it's also now the fastest growing sector of recreational fishing, catching saltwater fish like the ones here on what they call flies, but that's a bait fish profile of it's getting wild. But yeah, it's just a delivery system, fly fishing, for throwing artificial lures that are too light to cast in the conventional way at big, strong saltwater fish, and it's getting quite large. Everyone's doing it.
Pretty big, this one.
Well, this one here, mate, is now finished, and we will catch a fish on it tomorrow, maybe even a barramundi.
Barramundi.
Have a look at that.
Beautiful.
All the tropical sport fish you will catch here in the Admiralty Gulf. We have had tours here where we've caught upwards of 40 species of fish on lures. The general average per tour, we catch usually in the high 20s or low 30s of species of fish. Barramundi is always the fish most sought after. It's always the fish people want to catch the most. They want to come to the tropics and catch a barramundi, which is fair enough, and this is good barramundi country. But next to barra you've got queenies and GTs, mangrove jack, golden snapper, black jew, threadfin salmon, couple of varieties. Yes, but on the odd occasion we have hooked them on lures, which creates a bit of fun. But yeah, lots of crocodiles here. There's 4 crocodiles that frequent this camp, and varying in size from a little 5-footer right up to the big one, which we call Elvis. And my best bet is he's about 14 foot. This is very hard country up here, and the potential to get hurt is there. There's no doubt about it. I've been very lucky in as much as that hasn't happened yet. But in the event of an emergency, I've got HF radio communications, and through the Royal Flying Doctor Service I can get assistance or emergency help virtually straight away. Well, straight away in as much as I'm 900 kilometres from Broome, but the Royal Flying Doctor Service monitor the frequency 5300 24 hours a day, and help isn't too far away, which would come in the form of a float plane coming in or a helicopter coming in. Oh yeah. When I decided to get into this business, I wanted a remote location to operate from, and basically I kept looking until I got to the remotest spot, and here we are. Well, everything I've brought in basically the hard way, but it hasn't all come in by boat, although a lot of it has. I've barged a fair bit of it in. I've float planed. I guess most of the gear that is on the beach here has come in by float plane. The float planes service my camp almost exclusively. All the fuel comes in by float plane, and of course when the roads allow, I drive in, but that's only during the dry season. During the wet season it's almost impossible to get, well, it is impossible to get in here by vehicle, and I've lost a vehicle coming in here too early in the season. But yeah, everything comes in as best as I can get it, but float planes are still the best way to get them in here. Dean's one of the more genuine blokes that I've met in this game, and he's been out here 5 or 6 times now. All those times have been very memorable, and yeah, good bloke. Well, he excels in the field of fly fishing, that's there's no doubt about that, and well, he's in big demand as a fly fishing guide and a fly fishing tutor, and yeah, well, I wish I was as good as him with a fly rod.
I've got a little bird's nest that I developed over the years. Just
Over the weeks?
yeah, I'm nearly out of it.
Okay. Out there, just across the rock pass, there's plenty of bait fish moving all around the place. There's a good chance of jacks and barra here.
Mangrove jack.
Mangrove jack.
Get him now, that's it. Oh, it's a barra.
Oh wow.
That's a barra, good boy.
Wow.
Now take him easy, take him easy.
Yeah, because he's going to fight, right?
Well, no, we've just got to take these more casual. He's coming around this way. Got the anchor rope there.
Right. There.
Don't wind him too much closer, just let him do his thing. Yeah, he's alright, a little bit more closer.
Don't you kick me off, boy.
Head in the water, that's it. Don't wind him to the rod, mate. We told no, watch that. That's it. We're nearly done. Bait this guy.
Hey.
Whoa!
Get here. Hoo-ha.
That's good on you, mate.
Yeah. Thanks very much. You put the bait on.
No, I think Bluey put the bait on.
Oh, he
He
did.
made the cast and I pulled him out, so it's a team effort. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Perfect Kimberley barra.
Welcome aboard, Doc.
Think it's good, huh?
Yeah.
Big mouth for a 20 of that.
Yeah. Reminds me of doesn't another story.
Is it just on legal size?
Yeah. Legal size.
Just on legal
And
size.
that's below average for the barras you get here too, isn't it?
Oh, well. Let's go for a dad.
And I think every man has the right to eat his first barra.
I think so.
How do you reckon, Blue? How good is this?
Absolutely.
What time is it?
August.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. Yeah, sure is. Man, fine one too. Don't wind him up. 6 feet. You know how long 6 feet is? What do you reckon, Blue?
I reckon it's a damn fine mangrove jack.
Yes! That there is a beautiful mangrove jack. And I believe it's your first.
It is my first.
And have a look at the things on that. They are tough guys. Jacks are tough guys.
Yeah.
They pull. Well, you felt that thing pull.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to find out. Look at those teeth. Jack, you're a bad boy.
Definitely a keeper. Absolutely. On the table.
So this will probably complement the barra and the crabs and the oysters.
You're dead right.
Having a shot and climb.
Let's stick him away.
Oh, no, sure, yeah. Good work.
Okay, what I'm going to do here is the ikijimi method, which is it's brain spiking of the fish to kill them straight away. And on these,
Get this barra, guys. You might get another one.
right there is the spot. And see how he convulsed? He's now stone dead, absolutely dead.
Guys, and picking him.
Go down with him. Oh, lovely.
Come on, Blue, you could have caught him.
Now the Queenies come up this river. 6 foot. Mangrove Jack.
Oh, nice jack.
You do a jack, don't you, Paul? Yeah, you huffing and puffing there, mate.
I have neither the time nor the inclination to defend myself against a fish that rises and sleeps under the tide of the very ocean I provide and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you take the bait and jump in the boat because you can't handle the truth.
Well, I believe that Jack's just had a talking to.
Jack to jack.